I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. I'd like to give double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, the real true leaders of Israel on earth today. I got a quick lesson I want to get into that these nations are imagining a vain things and they are heathens to the Most High. We will have rulership in the kingdom of heaven that will be played out on earth. I'm going to start off with Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage? It say, why do the heathen rage? Who are the heathens? Anybody outside of the nation of Israel. The so-called white man, Ishmael, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, Moab, the Chinese, Ammon, the Japanese, all the way down to Ham, the so-called Africans. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Now the vain thing is that they're going to be the next rulers after America get took down. The vain thing is that they're going to make it to the kingdom not being in subjection under Israel. That's a vain thing. So it say, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed ones. Who is the Lord's anointed ones? Israel. So the kings like your Jong-uns and your presidents from different countries, the kings of the earth set themselves, the top class rulers, the so-called elites of the worlds with they summits, they GM summits, the all they summits and councils that they have on their boards. It said the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. So they is making plans against Yahweh Shai and against his people. And they've been doing that since the beginning of the time. Ever since Psalms 82 and 3, they worked together there. Ishmael made the boats. The Jewish people funded them. The Africans round us up. They've been making crafty counsel against us since the beginning of times. Verse 3. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Talking about the rulership. They don't want us to get back in rulership. But verse 4 said, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, because ain't no way around it. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible. He that sitteth in the heavens, talking about Yahweh, shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision, in a trick bag, making them think one thing really is another. That's why they imagine a vain thing. They shall speak, no, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath. He gonna speak to them heathens in his wrath, getting rid of them, putting them in chains, blowing their shit up, and vex them with his sore displeasure, because he's displeased with these heathens. He don't love them, never have, never will. Verse 6. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. Now who is that king? The King of kings, the Lord of lords. Talking about Yahweh Shai, upon his holy hill, Zion. Now his hill is talking about the government, because he's going to govern over Israel. He's the highest appointed King of kings. And Zion is a people. Before it's a place. I will declare the decree the Lord hath said unto me. Thou art my son. This day have I begot thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. So Yahweh was telling Hawashah, ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. So Yahweh is going to inherit the heathens. But we join heirs with Yahweh, so we will inherit the heathens also. And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So the whole inhabited earth is Yahweh's possession. And since we join heirs, once again, we will inherit the whole earth. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Now this is in the kingdom. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So that's like if you got a vessel and you beat it, like we go really break them. Now that goes to Luke 19 and 27. Let me get that real quick. This is Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those mine enemies, which that not I should reign over them. Because back in Psalms, it said that ask of me, I will give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. So he's going to reign over them. And Luke 19 and 27 say, those my enemies, which not that I should reign over them, of the heathen nations, bring hither and slay them before me. So it's going to be some heathens that's against having the Lord reigning over them. But he's going to break them like a potter's vessel anyway. And what's that scripture? Isaiah 14 and 2. This is Isaiah chapter 14. I'm going to start at 1. And 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob is the forefathers of the Israelites. And will yet choose Israel, because Israel is his chosen nation, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. So we're going to take them and bring them to our place in the land of the Lord, Israel. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. That's in Israel. This is in the kingdom. So Israel will possess the heathen nations in the land of the Lord. But let's see for what? For servants and for handmaids. So in the kingdom, Israel is going to possess you nations for servants and handmaids, for slaves. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. All you other nations that's oppressing us, we gonna rule over y'all. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible. Now, what's that? Okay. Let me set the stage again. This is Psalms chapter 2. I'm gonna go back to 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Because they think that they're gonna rule. They think that they got next rulership on this earth. When, let me see, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 reads, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that just goes to show you that the heathen imagine a vain thing. It says Esau is the end of the world. So if it was the end of the world all the way, how could Jacob be the beginning of it that followeth it? That will be a contradiction. That's talking about rulership. Esau, the so-called white man, the Idumeans, the devil that the Bible talks about, they got it now. It's yours now. But Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob, the 12 tribes, is the beginning of it that followeth. Don't the scriptures say that his kingdom is the everlasting kingdom? So if he was with you Edomites and Esau, how could it be the end of your world? He with Israel and the Israelites. That's why it's a never-ending kingdom. And our doors will be open continually. Hold on. Let me get that too. I think that's Psalms 60 and 11, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. 60. No. 61 and 11. Is that Psalms? Which is a 50, 11. Shalakia. Let me try to find the scripture. It's a 69 and 11. Or is it 59? Hold on. Shalakia. Let me try 69 and 11. 50. Shalakia. Hold on real quick.